Hello guys, welcome back to another video today. And well, oh boy my dear viewers, I thought I was done talking about this YouTuber, but it turns out I was wrong. Because the YouTuber just did something that people were kind of mad at, and I think it's kind of messed up. But before we begin, make sure you are subscribed to my channel. It's completely free and you can always unsubscribe later. And with that, let's begin. Let's begin, shall we? We already know who the YouTuber Dream is, and I've already made a video exposing him, and boy oh boy, did people not like that video. But it's okay, people need to know the person that they love so much isn't that nice of a person after all. But anywho, Dream did another thing that made people kinda mad and me shocked. Now without further ado, let's talk about it. Now a few days before, at the time of writing this script, Dream announced that he is doing a rebranding, which simply means he's changing his company, quotation marks, aka his YouTube channel. That being his, obviously his YouTube channel. But the way he ended up doing it was hardly even a rebranding, because in the end, he hardly changed his logos, only started changing the colors of them, the position, and a tiny bit of, like, just a tiny bit of editing to, like, a little bit of the logos. Yeah, it's otherwise unnoticeable. But anywho, more on that later, but first we have the bigger topic. Dream also made a post on Twitter before he went live on the same day I'm writing the script. And the post he made kind of showed more of Dream's bad side, sort of. Dream made a post saying he's blocking everyone with a profile picture in 10 minutes. Basically threatening to block all his fans on Twitter, which in my opinion, and probably a good amount of the others' opinion too, that's kind of rude and messed up of him. Imagine being a Dream fan for whatever reason, and then you get a chance to comment on Dream's posts and videos and whatnot, and Dream replies to you, but then he blocks you, and all that because he's doing a quote-unquote rebranding. It's unknown if he actually did block them, since I can't see people blocking another person. I'm pretty sure he did, considering there was a picture that I saw and everything that I got. And I'll show you the pictures at the end of the video. It will be in the description. I'll talk about it in the later. But more info and everything will be linked in the description. I'll tell you about it later. Yeah, I'm guessing that Dream did in fact block them, which either way is insanely messed up of him. This kind of seems like Dream doesn't really care about his fans that much, and like I said, it's unknown if he actually fully went through with it or not. Even though I have a feeling he did, but it's unknown if he actually did or not. Now, anywho, on to the aspect of this topic, and now, when I first heard about Dream doing a rebranding, I honestly thought it was a excuse for Dream to get people to forget about him. Well, not to forget about him, but forget about how much of a pretty not nice person he is. Kind of a horrible person he truly is. But after seeing the rebranding with quotation marks, without seeing I saw the rebranding live. I honestly don't think anymore. Because the rebranding Dream was also hyping up about was just a slight color change to all his logos, along with changing the angle of them slightly, and then changing them, like, so you probably won't even notice the difference. Probably won't even notice the difference if Dream didn't talk about it. And the only main change being that Dream made his little logo blob into a VTuber character. Which looks, my dear viewers, looks cursed, to say the least. And people agreed. People in the chat were freaking out when they saw the Dream's VTuber thing. But especially when Dream was talking about some of the changes too, they were not happy. But then they started acting happy again when Dream showed the rest of the logos. Dream's fans' mood swings are worse than a pregnant woman's mood swings, I'm telling you. But also, one final thing. To the people who don't like me voicing my opinion about this and are too delusional, I'll be putting a Google Doc in the description. That's what I was talking about earlier. I'm putting a Google Doc in the description. The Google Doc will have a bunch of evidence and everything. But yeah, I'll be putting a Google Doc in the description showing all evidence I found of all the stuff I accused him of, and about the pedophile accusations of Dream. I although believe Dream is a pedophile, and although there was allegedly proof of his fans admitting to lying, I also feel like it should be looked into more instead of it being just a YouTuber saying, "Hey, you're a pedophile, and here's some evidence." and Dream going, no, I'm not a pedophile, and here's a tiny bit of evidence too. And everyone just started moving on from that with no questions asked. Even though it should have been looked more into. And looked into by people who ain't biased and ain't connected with Dream. And the fact that Dream is such a flippin' liar just leaves me more untrusting with Dream. But anywho, here's all the screenshots I could get. It will be in the description. I was thinking about putting it on the video, but I decided to make a Google Doc of it instead. The Google Doc will be in the description, so please check it out. Check out in the description. But well, with that, guys, that's the end of the video, guys. I honestly thought I would be given more to work with, but it's mainly just rebranding, not much of a rebranding, and Dream is still pathetic, and Dream VTuber is ugly. So not really a long video, but I hope you guys still enjoyed this video. Feel free to talk about this in the comments below. I would love to see the war going on in the comments at the moment when this posts. Yeah, feel free to talk about it in the comments below. And one more thing before I go. I was told to make this video by my brother, whose YouTube channel I'll put in the pinned comment below. So he deserves at least a tiny bit of credit, but maybe about 1% credit. But anyway, guys, with that, I will see you guys soon. Bye, guys!